There are only a few things in life everyone is looking forward to: lifelong happiness, Half-Life 3, and the Snyder Cut of Justice League. Although these things sound far from real, one of them is actually happening. That's right, lifelong happiness. Because the Snyder Cut is releasing. Hopefully, if you're not living under a rock, you've already heard the news that the Snyder Cut of 2017's Justice League is finally going to release on HBO Max next year. Finally, after 2.5 years of hashtags and angry tweets. We did it, guys. But that's something that we all know. The real question is, how will this affect the future of the DCEU? Are we going to see Darkseid? And will Superman still look like, that? So, what we know. From some behind-the-scenes images, most notably Henry Cavill in the black suit, which of course is an appropriate nod to the Reign of Superman and Death of Superman storylines. This suggests that Snyder had a very different plan that was clearly not followed. So probably in the Snyder Cut, we'll see a different resurrection process as suggested by the black suit, which in the comics is a restoration suit designed to heal the superhero by harnessing and absorbing more of that yellow solar radiation from the sun. We also know that the major fight between Superman and the Justice League was actually a reshoot and not originally a part of the Snyder Cut. In fact, after a lot of in-depth comparisons between the trailer and the released movie, it seems that a lot of Superman scenes were replaced. So it's safe to assume that Cavill's role in the Snyder Cut is going to be dramatically different. As the major changes in the Snyder Cut are focused on Superman, and because Henry Cavill participated in the live stream announcement of the Snyder Cut, there are still hopes that he will probably participate in the post-production, providing some ADR or close-up scenes, maybe even doing some reshoots for the role. Now, as far as the other characters in Justice League go, obviously the next Wonder Woman film, Wonder Woman 1984, will not be affected by the events of the Snyder Cut. As suggested by its title, the movie takes place a long time before Justice League, so Wonder Woman will not be affected at all. But what about Aquaman 2? We believe that the Snyder Cut probably won't have too much impact on his character either, considering that there weren't a whole lot of Justice League references in the original Aquaman solo movie. So it's safe to assume that Aquaman 2 won't be affected that much either. There is, however, room for the movie to address any significant plot or character changes that might arise with the Snyder Cut. Something like Arthur cracking saying, "Hey, remember when Superman showed up in a goth suit? Man, continuity is nuts," and then chugging an entire mug of beer. I mean, I'll take that. Speaking of continuity, Ezra Miller's Flash only exists as a full character in the Justice League. So, his upcoming movie could possibly be impacted by the Snyder Cut. However, fans have been pushing for Miller's dismissal after a video appeared on the internet of him choking a woman in Iceland. Flash's solo movie will be an adaptation of the Flashpoint storyline, serving as a soft reboot for the DCEU to realign behind the successful movies it has. So it's possible that his storyline won't even connect with the current version of the Justice League. As for Shazam, Cavill was supposed to appear at the end of Shazam as Superman, but since he was on another movie, he was unable to due to some scheduling conflicts. And we only see Superman from the neck down. The two main characters of Shazam, Billy and Freddy, are so entrenched in superhero culture that they even collect superhero memorabilia. And since Billy is such a huge fan of Superman, the Snyder Cut could possibly have some influence over Shazam too. But just like Aquaman, these effects could be easily addressed with just a few lines of dialogue. Nothing major. And lastly, for Batman. The odds of getting Ben Affleck to return to his role as Batman is very, very low, as he left the role under considerable personal stress, and he will most likely not be available to participate in anything post-production. And the fact that Joe Manganiello, who appeared in the post-credits scene as a setup for a Batman solo movie, posted a tweet following the announcement of Snyder Cut, referring to the original post-credits scene that he later deleted, seems to indicate that Batman's role in the movie also probably won't change much. But at the end of the day, these are just speculations, and it completely depends on whether or not Warner Brothers decides to consider Snyder Cut canon, or if it's just going to be a one-off, a gift for the fans. The overall story also probably won't change that much. The team coming together to resurrect Superman and defeat Steppenwolf, who hopefully won't look like a PS3 CGI cutscene this time around. But we'll see. As fans, we are just curious to see how the deleted scenes would change and impact the overall quality of the story, and how they might affect the future of the DCEU. Well, that's it for this video. Let us know what you guys think about the Snyder Cut. This is Alexandria signing off. Thanks for watching. Wait. Batman?